Hey, what's up, Stringlings? Today we're going to take a look at the EART TL380 guitar. Let's check it out. I've had a few requests to look at EART guitars, so I reached out to them and I requested one, and they sent me one. And the thing that I want you to keep in mind is that they didn't handpick this instrument for me. They sent it from their Amazon warehouse. So it was whatever was there in the warehouse. And this is another company from China. They are sort of a budget brand, but they're kind of a next level up, sort of a second tier budget brand, pushing into some guitars that are well over $1,000. This one in particular retails on Amazon in Canada for $4.99. And I have to tell you, I'm blown away by this guitar. There's been a bunch of reviews. I checked out a few. There's very little to complain about this guitar, and we'll get into some details here. I'm not going to talk a bunch about the company because I've just met them, and I don't know that much, but from what I've seen on their website, they have a ton of really cool guitars, and I'm hoping I get my hands on a few of them, because if this one is any indication what they're putting out, it is a stellar collection. The breakdown on this guitar, so you would think from TL380, or on Amazon it's T380, that they're talking about a Telecaster. It's a sort of a T-style body. But when you look at the dual humbuckers and no pickguard, really kind of what we're looking at is, I'll bring it over here so you can see, we're looking at a version of a Charvel San Dimas type, which I've had in the shop for repairs. By comparison, those Charvels are in the $1,400 range, so $1,000 more than this one, and I like this one better. I literally cannot put this guitar down. Since I've had it, it's been a few days. I did do a little bit of setup on it. All I did was I changed the strings. It ships with the Dario 10 gauge strings on it, and I put my Ernie Ball Super Slinky Cobalts, the 9 gauge strings on it, which are my favorites. That's just how I like to play. But other than that, I did very little work. There wasn't much intonation work to do. But let's just look at the construction of it really quickly. This is a 2-piece roasted mahogany body, and the finish is immaculate. There's almost nothing. I haven't been able to find any flaws in the finish. There might be some, but roasted mahogany in this incredible burst color. It's actually, they list it as a honey burst, or a high gloss honey burst, and it's a beautiful guitar. The neck is roasted maple, front and back, so the fretboard is roasted maple. It is a 2 humbucker guitar. This little micro switch here splits the coils, so we've got a 3-position switch for 1, 2, or 1 humbucker, and 1, 2, or 1 single coil. So we have that full range of tone coming out of it. The humbuckers, I think these ones are actually ceramic. They're very, very bright and very sparkly. You do need to use the tone control on some single coil settings because it's really bright. But honestly, like, the construction is amazing. These are their own tuning machines that are die cast in Taiwan. This is their own 2-point tremolo bridge. I don't use the tremolo, so I won't be using it on the demo, but it is a really good, solid bridge. The thing that kind of blew my mind, there's 2 things that really blew my mind on here. In the control cavity, the pots are 500K pots. They're full-size 500K pots, and the cavity itself is lined with conductive paint. Okay, so they've done the shielding with conductive paint and actually screwed one of the ground wires to that paint as well, so that helps to cut down on interference noise a little bit. And the frets, everybody's talking about the frets on these guitars. I had to get one just to see if it was all the hype, and they are this is the best fret job I've ever seen on a factory guitar. And I've had high-end PRS and Gibson Les Pauls in here. Not even close. Like, not even close to the fret job. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit here on the side. I don't know if you can make this out, but Yeah, there it is. Right. The fret ends are actually really, really rounded. Like bullets. And they're set back. They're actually filed back from the edge of the fretboard, which itself has been tapered a little bit, so it's more comfortable. Honestly, I can't say enough good things about this guitar. Let's get down to the DAW, and we'll hear what it sounds like. Okay, so we are set up. Right now, I'm going through the Soldano SLO 100 on a purely clean platform, and this is just the bridge humbucker. I mean, great sound. Nice and clean, right? Both pickups together. Good round sound. And the neck pickup. So it gets a little bit bassy, as it'll often do, but I actually have the tone control rolled back a little bit. There we go. So I roll that all the way down. Right. So it sounds fantastic. If we go to the single coils at the bridge versus humbucker, both pickups as singles, and the neck pickup as a single. I mean, just a great tone. Plays really, really well. I just love the neck on this thing. It has a compound arch on the back. It goes from a U to a C shape on the back of the neck, and goes from a 9.5 to a 14-inch radius on the front of the neck. So they've compounded both sides of the neck, which, you know, along with this fret job and the split coils, I don't know how they do it for a budget guitar at this price point. It just, there's a lot of work that goes into doing those things. Right. Let's throw a little bit of gain on here. This is just a little bit kind of crunchy. So I'm staying on the humbuckers for now. If we go to a single coil on that same tone, it's got a little bit of jangle, right? And that's those high output pickups, the ceramic pickups. So don't be afraid to dial your tone control back. Two pickups together. That is a really good single coil tone for a split humbucker. You know, they don't often nail it quite that precisely, but that's a really good split humbucker sound, right? For the neck. I don't have a mute on there, so this is just sloppy playing now. That neck humbucker as a solo tone. You know, potentially quite a good rhythm instrument as well. And that's both humbuckers engaged. Let's see. Let's throw a little bit of metal tone on here. Now, I mentioned that this guitar reminds me of the Charvel San Dimas, so sort of the Joe Duplantier type guitar, except I find this one a little bit more comfortable to play, actually. Also, it even has this detail here, which is the truss rod control down here at the bottom of the neck, which is really, really handy. You don't have to take it apart. There's nothing to unscrew. You can adjust the neck relief right there. This is going over to the granifier, so a bit more aggressive approach. Check these pickups out. It's really, really punchy. I mean, that's a really tight, aggressive pickup. I like it a lot, actually. And just to round this out, where I would play leads, I'm going back to the Soldano. This isn't usually my lead amp, but a little bit of extra, effect on there. But just to give a sense of how the neck plays out. So that is the EART TL380 electric guitar. One of the best guitars I've demoed, I have to say, overall. Honestly, right now, one of my favorite guitars to play. It's very comparable to one of my own instruments. Yeah, there really isn't very much else to say about it. At $4.99, this is an incredible value guitar. A couple of details I might have missed in the intro. They've done a belly carve on the back, as well as an elbow carve, plus a carve on the back of the cutaway here, so your hand can easily reach very comfortably these upper frets, almost as if the cutaway is extended. Again, I can't really say enough about this guitar. It is a wonderful, wonderful instrument, and this isn't a guitar that they handpicked for me. This is just one that I said, okay, send me that one, and they sent it from Amazon. So it was picked by somebody at the Amazon warehouse, just off the shelf, and sent here. It was packed extremely well. There is an unboxing video in my channel somewhere. You gotta check them out. It's just really incredible. I'm hoping I can get my hands on a few more of these because honestly, full respect, this is a killer guitar brand. So if you like this kind of content and you want to see more guitar demos, more pedal demos, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a member. That'll help push out a little bit more of this content as we move into 2023. And I will see you guys in the next one.